A Fifth Avenue duplex once listed for $45 million, a Bel Air mansion bought with cash for $10.5 million, a Hollywood Hills home that almost doubled in value, a recorded chain of Studio City property deals lasting 14 years, and a real estate collection that is spread across 3 states. These are just 5 confirmed properties owned by some of the richest Filipinos in America, verified through public listings and property records. And today, we will explore more of them, starting from the Blue Mountains of Pennsylvania, down to the largest collection of luxury properties ever owned by a woman from the Philippines. Number 6. Lea Salonga's Mountain Home. Long before fans beyond the Philippines knew what she looked like, Lea Salonga had already bought a home inside Eagle Rock Resort, a private mountain community covering more than 5,000 acres in Pennsylvania's Blue Mountain region near Hazleton, about 2 hours from New York City and Philadelphia. The resort features a 27-hole golf course designed in part by American professional golf player Arnold Palmer, who oversaw the layout of both the 18-hole championship course and the 9-hole course. Yet that only scratches the surface. Lea Salonga's property also has a private lake, an indoor swimming center, horse riding facilities with indoor and outdoor arenas, gated security that limits public access to homeowner records, a 9-hole disc golf course, and miles of hiking trails through the surrounding forest. When Double Diamond Resorts announced an official partnership with Salonga in 2016, the company revealed she had already owned property there for almost 10 years, meaning she likely bought it around 2006 or 2007. Homes inside the community usually sell for anywhere from $300,000 to well over $1 million, depending on the size of the property and whether it has lake access. And for a very long time, the home and purchase price was never made public, but the resort itself confirmed that she owns property there. Many fans believe this luxury home is a perfect fit for the career of one of the Philippines' most successful performers, as she would later become the singing voice of Princess Jasmine in Aladdin. She would also play the same role for the title character in Mulan. These were animated movies by Disney that earned more than $500 million globally. Yet not too long after that, Lea Salonga made her return to Broadway through Les Miserables, Flower Drum Song, and Once on This Island, building a career that has lasted for more than 30 years. In 2011, she was officially honored as a Disney legend, and she has released over 12 studio albums ever since, while earning gold and platinum awards in the Philippines. Despite all these achievements and more, we're just getting started. But before we continue, please consider liking and subscribing for more deep dives into the biggest feats and achievements of your favorite elites. Number 5. Nicole Scherzinger's Sunset Strip View. Apart from her best performances on the Broadway stage in Sunset Boulevard, Nicole Scherzinger also has one of the biggest luxury homes located above the real Sunset Strip, a luxury property with one of the best views in Los Angeles. The cost of this property is another story. Purchased in 2016 for $3.76 million, the home is a 4-story, 4,600 square foot house built in 1990 in the Hollywood Hills. Sitting high above the Sunset Strip, the home looks out across downtown Los Angeles all the way to the Pacific Ocean. To make the view look more relaxing, Nicole removed a wall in the main living room. The house also has a rooftop lounge with a 6-foot deep heated saltwater plunge pool, a private glass sauna, a home theater decorated with posters from her own projects, including Men in Black 3 and Moana, a modern open staircase, a gym with city views, and a large main bedroom with floor-to-ceiling glass doors leading to a private balcony and a marble fireplace. But interestingly enough, she was also planning to sell it off, and she wanted to do it soon. She first listed the home for sale in 2020 for more than double the value she got it. With sales planning to begin at just under $8 million, she later relisted it in 2024 for $6.7 million, and later on, she lowered the price to about $6.5 million in 2025. Between listings, she rented it out for over $40,000 a month. Verified coverage from Rob Report, Tatler Asia, and TMZ show the home's value nearly doubled from what she originally paid. Although the house was still for sale in the latest public listing, its final selling price has not yet been recorded. Or at least not officially. Based on current average costs and official listing trends, our best estimates for the home now sit at $6.8 million. But Nicole's achievements are even more impressive. She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, to a Filipino father and a mother with Hawaiian and Ukrainian roots. She became famous as the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, whose biggest hits included Don't Cha, which reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2005, and Buttons. She later earned a Grammy nomination as a solo artist for Right There, spent years judging the UK's The X Factor, joined The Masked Singer in America, and won Dancing with the Stars in 2010 with Derek Hough. On top of that, in 2024, she took over the lead role of Norma Desmond in Broadway's Sunset Boulevard and would also earn a Tony nomination after already winning an Olivier Award for the same performance in London's West End as well. Number 4. Saweetie's Bel Air Mansion. Just 3 years after making it big with Icy Girl, Saweetie was about to make one of the biggest purchases of her career. That purchase would be $10.5 million in cash, and it would be for a mansion located in Bel Air. This location is known as one of Los Angeles' most exclusive neighborhoods, and the 14,000-square-foot estate includes 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a chef's kitchen, a private movie theater, and a full gym, all shown in property photos and news reports from the time of the sale. But her search for better luxury homes didn't stop there. This quest would become public later on when she appeared on Netflix's Selling Sunset. In that video, she was touring a 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom home in Brentwood that was listed for $4.9 million. The house even featured a shower big enough for 20 people and a pizza oven in the backyard. Whether she bought that home or not, the tour is part of the show's official episode guide. As official records show, Bel Air has some of the highest home prices in Los Angeles, with average sales often topping $6 million. That means Saweetie's $10.5 million cash purchase was well above the neighborhood average, and between her confirmed Bel Air mansion and the documented Brentwood home tour, her real estate holdings are worth more than the homes owned by Nicole Scherzinger or Lea Salonga, which is why she ranks higher on this list. As we'll see, the woman's career is just as decorated as her luxury homes. Diamante Cuiava Valentine Harper, better known as Saweetie, grew up between Santa Clara and Sacramento, California. Her father is Black, and her mother is Filipino and Chinese, a mix she has proudly talked about in interviews. She would go on to include music styles from all 3 in her music videos, and also graduated from the University of Southern California in 2019 with a degree in communication after first attending school on a track and field scholarship before deciding to focus on music instead. She became famous in 2017 when her song Icy Girl went viral, earning more than 110 million views on YouTube. She followed it with the platinum hits My Type and Tap In, then received a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Song for Best Friend with Doja Cat. She was also once engaged to rapper Quavo before they separated in 2021. Since then, she has performed at Coachella and headlined arena tours under her own Artistry Worldwide label. However, all the major distribution is entirely handled by Warner Records. How exactly does that work? Feel free to share what you think in the comments below. Saweetie's $10.5 million purchase happened in a single afternoon. What follows took 14 years and 3 separate transactions to build, which is the irony of this next entry. A slower climb outranking a much faster one. Now on to the next one. Number 3. Vanessa Hudgens' Studio City upgrade. In 14 years, Vanessa Hudgens climbed from her first house as a teenager to a multi-million-dollar estate overlooking the San Fernando Valley. Her real estate story has at least 3 confirmed home purchases, each one larger and more valuable than the last. She was 19 years old when he bought her first home in Studio City back in 2008 for $2.75 million. This home was more than just the independent teenage dream, featuring 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, all designed in Spanish themes. This property sat on a cozy hillside in the Wrightwood Estates neighborhood. She lived there until 2019 before selling it for $3.2 million, making about a 16% profit after 11 years. After that, she bought a 1922 Georgian colonial home in Los Feliz. As we'll see, this purchase is perhaps one of the most interesting parts of her real estate life. You see, the property was originally built for a famous movie director named Cecil B. DeMille. Vanessa later said it took 5 years to find the right house, and during the pandemic she would go on to craft the home into what she loved the most, including a complete remodeling of the kitchen. Years passed and Vanessa wanted something more. So she sold that home for $6.7 million and returned to Studio City in 2022 to pay $7.5 million for a rebuilt 7,249-square-foot farmhouse-style estate that would be on a 1.27-acre lot next to her first home. This estate was originally built in 1963, and the house includes 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 2 family rooms, a custom dressing room connected to the main bedroom, and an infinity pool looking over the San Fernando Valley. Variety's Dirt, Robb Report, and Fox Business all confirmed each purchase and sale, giving Vanessa the most complete real estate record so far on this list. She now lives there with her husband, former Major League Baseball player Cole Tucker, whom she married in 2023. They live there with a child born in 2024, and altogether, her 3 home purchases total just under $14 million. Making hers the longest and most carefully documented property journey on this countdown outside of Josie Natori's longtime New York home. As for Vanessa's life and achievements, she was born in Salinas, California, to a father with Filipino, Native American, and Irish roots. She made her movie debut in 13 in 2003, before becoming famous as Gabriela Montez in the High School Musical movies from 2006 to 2008. The hit series earned hundreds of millions of dollars around the world, and the first soundtrack went triple platinum. She later starred in movies like Spring Breakers, Sucker Punch, and Netflix's The Princess Switch trilogy. She also appeared in live TV versions of Grease and Rent, and co-founded the drink company Cala Water and the famous beauty brand called No Beauty, having spoken about both businesses publicly. Hudgens' current Studio City estate cost $7.5 million. However, what comes next asked for 6 times that figure on a single Manhattan listing, a jump so high it makes Vanessa's documented ladder of California real estate feel like pocket change by comparison. Number 2. Loida Lewis's 5th Avenue Duplex. Loida. Nicholas Lewis has spent decades leading one of America's most successful family businesses, and for years she's lived in one of New York City's most valuable homes. Her family owned a 16-room, roughly 7,000-square-foot duplex on 5th Avenue, one of Manhattan's most famous streets. In 2007, after her daughters encouraged her to downsize, she moved into a smaller apartment in the very same building at 834 5th Avenue. Many things stand out about this address she chose as her new home. For one, it was the same address where a rich media owner named Rupert Murdoch had bought a triplex penthouse for $44 million in 2005. The price set a Manhattan sales record at the time, and while touring her new apartment, Loida noticed a sculpture by artist Alexander Archipenko sitting on the window ledge. It looked almost exactly like a piece her late husband Reginald Lewis once admired. She would later admit she felt it was a sign, so she immediately agreed to the asking price without trying to negotiate for anything lower. When she later listed her old 9th and 10th floor duplex for sale, the asking price was $45 million. The home covered about 3,000 square feet across 9 rooms and included 7.5 bathrooms, 4 wood-burning fireplaces, a living room measuring more than 640 square feet, and a private 1-bedroom mezzanine apartment between the 2 main floors. According to reporting by the New York Observer, selling at that price would have broken Murdoch's own record. Loida still serves as chairwoman of the Lewis family company today, while continuing her work in Filipino-American civic and political organizations. Long before leading the family business, Loida Nicholas Lewis made history in law. In 1974, she would become the first Asian woman to pass the New York State bar exam without needing to attend an American law school. She worked as an immigration lawyer, taking on major cases against the federal government, and later co-wrote How to Get a Green Card, a guide that is still used by immigration professionals. She married businessman Reginald Lewis, who in 1987 bought Beatrice International Foods in a deal worth nearly $1 billion, becoming the first African-American to own a company, earning more than $1 billion a year in revenue. His business included food operations in the Philippines, and his memoir, Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun?, became a best-selling business book after his tragic passing from brain cancer in 1993. After he passed away, Loida became chairwoman and chief executive of TLC Beatrice, leading the company while raising their two daughters, Leslie and Christina. Now, we are about to enjoy the top person on this list. But before number one more name stands as verified. Though she sits outside the ranked countdown, she is known by many for countless controversies over the years, from questionable fashion to accused insensitivity. Her home, however, is fully documented and still worth a mention. Bella's Hidden Palisades Retreat. In April 2020, Bella Porch became globally known for her first and most viral upload on TikTok, and hundreds of millions of views later, she almost had no private life, and the next 3 years would feel like a nightmare. So in April 2023, she paid $4.3 million for a hidden mid-century estate in the Marquez Knolls neighborhood of Pacific Palisades, offering $400,000 above the asking price, according to city records. Built in 1959, the property sits on a nearly 30,000 square foot lot behind private gates. The massive property includes a main house, a separate two-room Japanese-style guest house across a lagoon-style swimming pool, a primary bedroom with 2 walk-in closets and a green mosaic tile bathroom, and a very large expanse of gardens filled with more than 800 different kinds of plants and trees. These details were quickly reported after she moved in and were later confirmed by the original listing and later reported by the real estate publication Dirt. The purchase price, the home's features, and the sale itself are all confirmed through public property records and multiple independent news reports. Bella beat several other buyers to win the property, even though it cannot be seen from the street. In fact, the original listing described it as a hidden retreat just minutes from Palisades Village that feels completely separated from the busy city around it. Her life leading up to that viral moment in 2020 seems less exciting by comparison. She was born in Bulacan in the Philippines and moved to the United States as a child. Bella would later join the U.S. Navy, where she worked for a while as a helicopter mechanic. Her life changed in April 2020 when she uploaded her first TikTok video, a simple lip-sync clip that became one of the most liked videos in the platform's history. She turned that viral moment into a following of more than 92 million people on TikTok alone. From there, Bella would sign a music deal and release her first single in May 2021. The song reached number 58 on Billboard's Pop Airplay chart, and she has kept releasing music while remaining one of the most followed creators on the app that made her famous. And now, let's get to the ultimate. Number 1. Josie Natori's 3-state portfolio. Josie Natori built one of the world's most successful fashion brands, and her homes are the best proof of that. Instead of owning one luxury house, she built a 3-state real estate portfolio, with each home serving a different part of her life. Her main home is an apartment in Manhattan, where she keeps a showroom and runs her business between international trips. Her weekend home in Pound Ridge, New York, bought in 1984, is a 2,900 square foot house designed by the Brooklyn architecture firm Tsao and McCown Architects. Built into a natural rock ledge, the home uses large wooden beams that were specially treated to give them a darker color. It also includes Japanese design details that honor her husband Ken's family, sliding screen headboards from the antique collection, and mid-century furniture by famous designer George Nakashima. As we'll see, the home also has very unique designs and features. Instead of separating the inside into many small rooms, the house has an open layout where the exposed wooden beams become part of the design. Her third home is in Palm Beach, Florida, a property she has confirmed in interviews while describing how she divides her time between New York and Florida, even as she continues traveling for work well into her 70s. With 3 homes across 3 different states, all confirmed through architecture magazines, business profiles, and her own interviews, Josie has the largest verified real estate portfolio on this list. By comparison to all we've explored so far, it is larger than a $45 million Fifth Avenue Duplex, a $10.5 million Bel Air mansion, Vanessa Hudgens' nearly $14 million in Studio City home purchases, Nicole Scherzinger's Hollywood Hills estate, and Lea Salonga's Pennsylvania resort home. That is why she finishes this countdown at number 1. Now, let's talk about her achievements that led to this. She was born as Josefina Almeida Cruz in Manila in 1947. Josie performed a solo concerto with the Manila Philharmonic Orchestra when she was only 9 years old. She later moved to the United States to study at Manhattanville College before working her way up at Merrill Lynch, where she became the first woman promoted to vice president in the company's corporate finance division. In 1977, she left Wall Street because, as she later told the New York Times, the job gave her no chance to use her creative side. She began selling hand-embroidered Filipino blouses from her apartment, and that small business grew into the Natori company, now sold in stores like Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, and Neiman Marcus in multiple regions at the same time. Many of the company's products are still made at a factory in Manila that employs hundreds of workers. Her husband, Ken, left his own Wall Street career to help run the company, which now also makes menswear, jewelry, home products, and children's clothing. Their son, Kenneth Natori Jr., now helps lead the family business into its next generation. Josie has also received the Order of La Candula, one of the Philippines' highest civilian honors, along with the Peopling of America Award. These feats make her one of the few Filipino-American business leaders alive and officially honored by both the Philippines and the United States. So there you have it, 7 documented estates, including the Palisades properties, ranking from a Pennsylvania golf resort to a Fifth Avenue duplex that nearly broke Rupert Murdoch's own sale record, to a 3-state portfolio built on a blouse business started at a kitchen table decades before it became a firm, selling in at least 15 countries. Which of these 6 surprised you the most? The resort golfer, the Bel Air rapper, or the immigration lawyer who nearly outpriced a media veteran? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to her status for the next documented countdown, and let us know which other big names deserve the next full episode. Until then, take care.